Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
I was 16 when my life took a serious turn, not because of teenage drama, but because of a man named Mr. Barnaby Chalmers. I'd always been obsessed with robotics and AI, dreaming of building machines that could help people. Our high school, Northwood Academy, had an incredible advanced robotics and AI program, and I'd worked my tail off to get in. It was my sanctuary, my future. However, I also live with a severe autoimmune condition that can cause debilitating flare-ups, requiring an Individualized Health Plan, IHP, for accommodations like extended breaks, access to a quiet room, or medication during class. Most teachers were understanding, but Barnaby, the head of the department, was another breed entirely. From day one, Barnaby seemed to resent my presence. He'd make snide comments about special snowflakes needing extra privileges. The first incident that truly broke me happened during our inaugural club meeting. He announced without warning to the entire group, about 30 eager students, that I had an IHP. He went on to describe in excruciating detail how my fragile health might impede the team's progress, even mimicking a cough and clutching his stomach. The room went silent, then nervous laughter rippled through. I wanted to disappear. After that, the bullying became relentless. He'd forget my accommodations, assign group projects where I was deliberately isolated, or question my capabilities publicly, always with a condescending smirk. My condition worsened from the stress, and I started withdrawing from the very program I loved. Owen, another student he similarly targeted for his anxiety accommodations, often caught his abuse too. One particularly awful day, I was struggling through a complex algorithm, trying to ignore a building migraine. Barnaby walked over, stared at my screen, and declared, "You're probably just faking it for attention, aren't you, Eliza? Just like your little health plan, a convenient excuse to skip out on real work." He then dramatically dropped a stack of heavy textbooks onto my workbench, making me jump, aggravating my headache, and causing me to lose focus. He finished with, "Maybe you're just not cut out for this program. You're a liability." His words that day, "a liability," echoed in my head. I was furious, humiliated, and felt truly trapped. But I wasn't just some kid who was going to curl up and accept defeat. My dad, a former IT security consultant, had always taught me about documentation. The school had recently installed state-of-the-art audio-video recording systems in all the advanced labs, ostensibly for intellectual property protection and safety, but I knew they recorded everything. It was a long shot, but I started thinking. Barnaby was predictable in his cruelty. If I could just get him to say enough on camera in a way that couldn't be denied. I started carrying a small, discreet voice recorder, just in case the school cameras weren't enough, or if I needed proof outside the lab. My real plan, however, centered on the school's high-definition recording system. I knew the district regulations mandated that all IHP accommodations must be facilitated. Barnaby's public disclosures and derogatory remarks were a clear violation of privacy and anti-bullying policies. I meticulously logged every incident in a private journal, dates, times, specific comments. I began to subtly bait him, not by being disrespectful, but by simply trying to assert my right to my accommodations. I'd ask for a brief break or to access my medicine, knowing he'd react negatively. I was building a case, waiting for the perfect storm. The opportunity came during the final build-out for the regional robotics competition. Stress was high, and my condition flared up, causing dizziness and nausea. I approached Barnaby respectfully, explaining I needed a short break in the quiet room as per my IHP to take my medication. He scoffed, loudly enough for the whole lab to hear. "Oh, Eliza, not another one of your little health emergencies. We don't have time for this drama. You're holding everyone back." When I insisted, reminding him of my IHP, he snapped. He pointed at me, his face red with fury, and yelled, "You think you're so special, don't you? Always demanding attention with your boo-hoo health plan. You're nothing but a burden, a weak link. This program doesn't need people like you dragging it down." He then made a motion as if spitting on the floor near my feet. My heart pounded, but a calm determination settled over me. I looked him dead in the eye, gave a tiny nod, and without another word walked out of the lab. I didn't go to the quiet room. I went straight to Ms. Chen, our school counselor, clutching my journal. I told her everything, keeping my voice steady, tears welling but refusing to fall. I explained that the lab's cameras would have captured every second. Ms. Chen, initially skeptical, saw the resolve in my eyes and the detailed log in my hand. She immediately escalated it to Principal Davies. The principal and Ms. Chen reviewed the footage that very afternoon. The evidence was undeniable. Barnaby's verbal abuse, his disregard for my IHP, and that vile gesture, all captured in crystal clear audio and video. He was placed on administrative leave the next day. The investigation moved quickly. Other students, including Owen, came forward with their own stories of Barnaby's bullying. The district's legal team got involved. Within weeks, Mr. Barnaby Chalmers was not only fired, but his teaching license was revoked by the State Board of Education. The school district, eager to avoid a protracted lawsuit given the clear evidence and my well-documented IHP violations, offered me a full scholarship to any state university for my engineering degree, along with a stipend for living expenses. They also paid for counseling. But the real, delicious revenge came later. My parents, after consulting with their lawyers, decided Barnaby should face civil charges for emotional distress and punitive damages. It came out during the discovery phase that Barnaby had a history of anger management issues and previous complaints that were swept under the rug. The judge, seeing the clear pattern of abuse and the severe impact on my health and education, ruled heavily in our favor. Barnaby was forced to liquidate significant assets, including his house, to cover the damages. His wife, disgusted by his actions and the public humiliation, filed for divorce and won full custody of their children, citing his unstable temperament and the financial ruin he brought upon the family. I heard through the grapevine that he's now working a minimum wage job in another county, ostracized and alone. My engineering degree is fully paid for, allowing me to focus on my studies and my passion without financial burden. I'm thriving, building a future I almost had stolen from me. Barnaby, on the other hand, lost everything: his career, his family, his reputation, and his financial stability, all because he thought a sick kid was a liability. He thought he could get away with destroying a young student's dreams because of her health. Instead, he destroyed his own life. The irony is not lost on me.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.